Who is your top four quarterback MVPs? Not just regular MVPs, any MVPs. So I don't want to hear no receivers. I don't want to hear no uh, uh, linebackers, pass rushers, and Michael Parsons. None of that. Quarterback MVPs. Who's your top four? Okay, Jay, I'm coming to you first.
Okay, all right, coming to me first. I got Josh Allen at four. I felt like he came out of the gate, hot. It's cooled off a little bit since then. He's battling some nagging injuries and things like that, but I still think he's a long shot. So I got him at number four. Britt, I wore a little bit of Eagles green for you tonight
Nope,
just to try to get back on your good side.
nope.
So
I don't trust you anymore.
so I got your guy Jalen Hurts at number
Mhm,
three. Look, he's been playing outstanding. I got to give Jalen Hurts a lot of credit. What he did the other night against Green Bay, I mean, he just looked
mhm,
phenomenal. So I got him at number three. I got Patrick Mahomes at number two.
mhm,
He's been phenomenal, K Walk. I see you giving me the side eye. He's been great. We talked last week. He's probably the best player in the NFL.
mhm,
But right now, I got Tua at number one. And let me read
mhm,
this to you guys. This is the reason I got Tua at number one. Lewis Riddick tweeted this the other day. Tua is leading the league in total QBR, QBR
mhm,
versus man, QBR versus zone, QBR under pressure, QBR in the pocket, QBR outside the pocket, QBR in the red zone, QBR in the fourth quarter, and QBR on third down. He's leading the league in every single one of those categories. I think you got to give Tua his due. So he's my number one guy right now.
the
Okay, Jay.
impact of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
No
That
doubt.
speed
No
is
doubt.
dangerous.
And Mike
That's an
Daniels.
explosive offense. Yes, I'll give Mike Daniels some credit as well. But K Walk, who's your top four?
Yeah, I got the same top four, Jay. The reason why I gave you this side because you put him at, I didn't know who you were going to go with at one after you
Okay.
put this. I didn't know he was going to go with two, but I have the same four just in a different order. So number four, I also went with Josh Allen for everything that Jay mentioned. Is that he started off hot, kind of cooled off there. Again, I think he's going to get back to doing what he did in the beginning of the season.
Mhm.
So Josh Allen four, three. I put two at three, Jay. I mean, there was a
Ooh.
number I did put two at three. I just think that he's right now he's doing great. Those numbers are great, Jay. Those numbers you
I
just
thought
gave
those
out.
numbers might
Yeah,
have changed your list,
yeah,
K
that's
Walk.
yeah. No, I saw that list. I actually saw that list, but I didn't take it into consideration, obviously. But yeah, I went with Tua there. I think he is a product, like Britt mentioned, excuse me, with Tyreek Hill. And so I gave Tua the number three. Number two, I went with Jalen Hurts. I think he's the hot guy right now.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's doing it all right now. He's doing it with his arm. He's doing it with his legs. He's commanding that offense. Just looks comfortable and looks better and better every week. So I went with Jalen Hurts, and obviously number one. I went with Patrick Mahomes. I just think he's not only the best quarterback in the game, but probably the best player in my opinion. That's who I voted for last week when we were doing the best player in the league. So I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes there, number one.
All right, guys. So number one, I went with Tom Brady. Number
She
two, no,
lied. She
I'm
lied. She
just kidding.
lied.
I'm kidding. I'm
She
just
lied.
no, for real. My number one is Aaron Rodgers. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's no need for me to go down 4-3-2-1 because me and K Walk has the same exact list. So
Okay.
for Josh Allen, I mean, what could I say? I mean, the reason why he fell to number four for those he's been a little inconsistent as of late. I think he'll get back on track as we go into the last so many weeks of the NFL season and heading into the playoffs. Um, especially with that constant turning the ball over, taking a little bit more risk than you would like. I don't think he needs to do all that. Number three, I love Tua. I respect Tua. He is a huge product of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. That is an explosive offense. I can most likely be back there and have a lot of these numbers. But I just can't do the hit. I can't take the hit. So I have way more fumbles and be out the game. But no, I have to give Tua credit. He's been accurate, because you got to get somebody to somebody has to throw the football to these guys. So he's been accurate. Um, timing has been down on par, so I have to give him credit. Number two, Jalen Hurts. I mean, what the heck can I say? I knew going in from his year two to year three, he would have to improve his passing. Boy, has he done that and then some. He's literally has carried this team on his back, my team, the Philadelphia Eagles, on his back the last 3 weeks. Um, through all the nonsense of the role players. We have such a talented team, but it just seems like the role players can't get it together on the offensive side. And then in special teams is not playing right. They got to get that together. Defense got to get healthy. So as that comes along, in the meantime, in between time, he's like, I got to carry my team, put my team on my back and carry them. And that's what he's been doing. He's been playing lights out. Number one, of course, it's hard to go against Patrick Mahomes. Like you try to put Jalen Hurts or somebody else at number one, and then Patrick Mahomes plays like he just did recently or the last couple weeks. I mean, what can you say? He scrambles out. The one thing I love about Patrick Mahomes, which I don't understand why no other quarterback ever utilizes this, is he understands where his line of scrimmage is. He will run around all day behind that line of scrimmage, especially when they're at the goal line. He'll run right up to the line of scrimmage once he sees that defender commits and he tosses the ball right over top. Does it every single time and it's unstoppable. It's like the defense never sees it coming. What study film? What do they study in film session? Because he does it every single game. So I can't help Patrick Mahomes' best quarterback in this league by far, and he shows it every single week, week by week by week. All right, guys. So until anybody listening can say otherwise or tell me otherwise, as much as I want to say Jalen Hurts or somebody else, I can't. It's